Gotta pay the
and
bill.
we filled that way, but it was trying to find a balance between having, faith that, we can do this, or it's going to make it, and the reality of that kind of problem.
Yeah.
I think that's the hard part, is finding the balance.
It's a frustration is what it is.
Yeah, oh, and it's deeply painful because you're trying to figure out what that looks like. It is a discernment issue also. What does it look like for us to thrive and have our ministry here? And part of that piece, you are a moratorium hedgehog, I'm not, but it has to drive the economic engine. It has to pay the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Paying the bills is one of the outcomes that has to come out of this.
And definitely we have to do something different. I mean, it hasn't been working, we definitely have to do something different, but it's hard to figure out what that different is.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. And what we're trying to do is say, let's go back and look at our past, look at the things that have been our strengths, look at the things that are unique about us and new about us, that have us sitting here on a Saturday morning that's gorgeous talking about this, and let's figure those things out, and from there believe that our future is going to come from the best part of our past.
Mm-hmm.
And that our way through this is going to be from the best parts of our past, not from, what do they do? Like, I think one of the biggest problems with best practices conversations, best practices are perfect for problem solving. Best practices are terrible over here. And this is what our church says all the time. We say, hey, we got this thing, adult education. Adult discipleship isn't working. Call Willow Creek. What are they doing? Well, I'll tell you what Willow Creek's doing. Nothing! They're not discipling people. They finally admitted it. Like, a big study came out that nobody's being transformed. They did. They had a huge study. And it was, Bill Hybels, God bless him, he said it didn't work. Like, it didn't work. We're not transforming people. We got to start over. He said it. We got to start over. It didn't work. Okay, so who are you going to call? Actually, the joke amongst senior pastors is, adult discipleship is where you send someone and you want them off your staff because they go work on that for a while and then they fail and move on. It's not working. It's not working anywhere. It's not working anywhere. So I don't want to do best practices. I don't want to hear about how cool Beth Moore's Bible study is. It's not working to transform people. So let's do something else. Let's figure out how to learn something else. And that's to be honest, that's our huge issue right now. And what we're trying to do is create the environment that says, it's not working, but we're not giving up, because we got to do it. And we just haven't figured out how to get over that wall yet, how to get around that thing. But what's not going to work is for us to call the 10 best churches in America and ask them what they're doing. Even if it's working for them, it's probably not going to work for us. There could be some very unique piece about, it's what I call the family camp syndrome. A church that had family camp forever can have family camp. Try to start family camp for Village Press. Try to start that. Try to start a weekend in November at Forest Commons. Nobody will come. Soccer. If you've had family camp forever, you can have family camp. If you don't have family camp, you can't start it. But people say, the best thing in our church is our family camp. Great. So we'll start one. I've been to so many churches where they started a family camp. Oh my gosh. So here's what I want to do for the last piece before we get. Any other questions? Any other parts about this? Okay, so let's do this then. New set of papers. What themes from here about our values are connecting? What are some of the obvious themes that are coming out? What are the same, locate themes that appear in the stories? So we've got this themes from last night out of those two. What themes show up here that are also shown up here?
Relationships.
Work.
Yeah, there's an interesting piece. Work and service.
And connecting. Service connection.
And work and service to connecting. This connection right here, this piece, is really connected to each other. Relationships aren't just social. They might start social, but the deep of them, the part I kept hearing over and over again is how much it's about the way in which we serve alongside people or with people.
or there's a flexibility, being open, with the possibility of seeing what can happen.
Yeah.
So that kind of takes the possibility, unexpected, and even the wonder and the,
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. This whole theme of doing stuff new, different, these pieces were all so evident. That what was energizing was that we were doing these whole new pieces. I mean, notice the flexibility experiment, yes, this whole piece, but notice all this experiencing life together, relationships. We worship and work. We're encouraging each other. We're encouraging each other as we work. I was asking a question about what's encouragement about. It's because we have to encourage people because the work is hard, and we've got to make sure that we're in it together. That we have a great, grateful church where people absolutely want to be part. You know, they recognize that we've got to pitch in and do stuff. I mean, it makes me ask the question: if you start hiring too many staff, what's going to happen?
We'll go broke.
Well, you'll go broke.
Treasurer.
So what's great about that, right? Is not only will you go broke.
Financially, we'll
What's-
go broke,
what's
we'll
that?
go broke with the fact that we won't have those,
We don't need to
those-
work.
It's like bringing our nanny in for the nursery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. I mean,